As marinas, campgrounds, and RV parks are closing up and kicking people out, they're assuming you have a home to go to. But for many of us, our vessel is our home. So where do you go? Our nomadic friends are struggling to find somewhere to stay where they've got access to water and dump stations. So if you've never mooch docked before, this could be an option for you. And the information works whether you're in an RV or a boat, because the same stuff that we installed in Jason's mom's van is the same gear we have on our boat. One last thing, please know that we shot this video back in early February before things got crazy and all the travel bans got put in place. We are not in the USA. We are in limbo as Tonga has closed all of its borders to non-nationals. So if you want to catch up with us in real time, make sure to follow us on Instagram and check out our stories. Okay, now roll that snowy footage.
It's snowing. We are back in the States. We are traveling, visiting friends and family, and we've been going with my mom. She's gone full-time in van life, RV life, whatever you want to call it. We are showing her the ropes, seeing her struggles, and helping her wherever we can. And today we are making some videos to help her remember everything we've been trying to share with her. So today is a twofer. It's not only for mom, but hopefully will help you out as well. And we are talking about mooch docking. Mooch docking is probably one of my favorite places.
One of your favorite
ways to camp, because you're like parked out in front of somebody's house, which is hopefully one of your good friends. So you have like community, but then you have your own house to escape to at night. You're with family and friends, but you got your space. So that's mooch docking. That's why I love it. And this is how we do it. First thing we want to do is find the breaker box, and then we want to figure out which breaker controls the outlet that you're plugging into. And I know the one that we're plugging into is this one. It's a 15 amp breaker. So that means we can't pull more than 15 amps with your RV. You also want to know what else in the house is running on that same 15 amp breaker, because if they have like a space heater on that, then, well, you're not going to get 15 amps. You're only going to get a few amps. Talk about that with each house owner, because it's going to be different everywhere you go. First rule is you don't get mom's van dirty. Okay, now that we know our breaker is 15 amp breaker, we want to set our shore power, make it pull a maximum of, you could say 15 amps, but that's really pushing it. You're going to lose some amperage in the cord. Just for grins, we're going to set it for 12. So this inverter is going to pull a maximum of 12 amps. And what that should do is help us not break the breaker. Does that make sense, Mom? The benefit of this particular inverter is it does have power share, and what that does is help share power between the outlet that you've plugged into and your batteries. Also, because you have lithium batteries, it lets you run more devices, but I'll get into that a little bit later. So let's just set our shore power. Okay, so we're going up to shore power here. We're gonna hit enter. We're gonna go down to, let's say 12, hit enter. Boom, we're set. Okay, we have a 25-foot thick cable here. The thicker the cable, the less amperage we're gonna lose. So just remember that if you have to borrow an extension cord to go like double the length, it needs to be thick.
The longer the run, the thicker the cord.
Thicker the cord. Or you just set your inverter 1 or 2 amps lower, because you can assume you're gonna lose 1 amp through each cord. All right, then we grab the dog bone, 15 amp or 110 to 30 amp. That's what this is. So we're plugging into the regular extension cord here. And just imagine, I need to order this for you. We need a circuit analyzer and surge protector that plugs into this. So then we can plug into your 30 amp cord. And what that will do is help protect you from any surges, and it'll also let you know if like any cables are wired wrong. Plug that in, and now our van should have power. Woo! Man, it's cold. Sailors aren't used to this. Right now you can see, because we just plugged in, it's absorb charging at 40 amps. Here's where the magic happens from the power share. It's literally freezing. So we're gonna turn on the space heater, 1500 watt space heater. Normally this would pop the breaker pretty much instantly. But because we have power share, it's gonna turn down the charging. So it's gonna put less power into the batteries. And once it warms up, we'll push it a step further. I get excited about this kind of stuff. Oh, you can see now it's 2.5 amps. So as our heater is heating up, the charge is going down. Now we can tell that space heater is using almost all of our allotted power. So basically the entire 12 amps because the charge says 1 and 0 amps going in. So we're using almost all of it with that little space heater. But here is the fun part. It's warming up, but I'm still not warm yet. So let's make some coffee. Turn that on. Boom, there's another 1500 watts. And we run over here. Look at that. Power share. PS, it's pulling 100 amps out while that water warms up. The water will get hot quick and it'll go back down to 0. There we go. And now it's charging again. Cool.
About that coffee.
Now the trick is we don't want to overuse the power share feature. For example, you don't want to run the convection oven for say 20 minutes to make a quiche because that's going to be too much power drawing while we have the space heater on. So we still have to manage our power by turning off the space heater before we turn on another high draw device like this, convection oven, or like a hair dryer, anything like that. Same goes for the summer. When you go back to Texas and it's really hot, yes, you can run the AC because we have the Easy Start installed, but it's gonna work just like this little space heater. It's gonna pull a lot of power and it's gonna be like right on the edge of trying to use that power share feature. So always keep that in mind. Don't run too many high draw devices and keep an eye on your battery monitor because if your batteries get below 50%, that's not good. Even though they're lithium, you can technically go down to like 10%. We don't like to do that. We don't want to push it. Keep that in mind. Don't overuse the power share feature. I almost forgot. You have solar. 400 watts of solar up there. So in the summer, it will be a different story. You'll have power coming in, directly charging your batteries. So it won't be quite as much of a struggle as it has been here in the winter because, well, especially now, the light's low, there's lots of clouds and it's snowing. So you have like 0 solar coming in. So in the summer, it will be a little bit better, but you still got to keep an eye on it.
But even on cloudy days,
you still bring in, yeah. So 4, 8, 12, 16, you should be able to bring in about 16 amps. 16 amps. Yeah, 16 amps from your solar. So yeah, that's your phone, that's your laptop, that's your basic little devices, your lights and everything. Voila.
Voila.
While you are enjoying your coffee, that's when you bust out your little laptop and you use the Wi-Fi ranger that we installed to connect to their Wi-Fi. So you're no longer using your cellular Wi-Fi, especially places like this where there's no cell signal. You can connect inside your RV, all of your devices, and mooch. Mooch off of their Wi-Fi, which is very fast. Because we have a Wi-Fi signal now inside the van, if you're watching our YouTube videos, you can throw your screen onto your TV. So now you can do that. No excuses for not watching our videos, Mom.
Not that we've ever had a problem with her not. Come on, Mom's like #1 fan.
Yeah, #1 fan. And then the last thing is the water filtration system that we installed. You can use a regular hose. Like when you're connected to their water, you have no idea what the quality of the water is. It's gonna go through purification and filtration. So the UV light will kill all the bacteria. The carbon filter will help with taste and removing sediment. No matter what, wherever you are, you've got super clear, pure drinking water and a very loud water pump that they can't fix.
Yeah.
All right, just to be clear, when my mom bought this van, it did not come with any of the equipment we talked about today. It had the tiniest little battery bank. It had a very basic inverter with no power share. And when she was mooch docking with friends, she was popping breakers left and right. She did not understand what was going on. We upgraded all of this stuff so she could live better dry camping and mooch docking, because this isn't just like a camping trip for her. This is her life. This is her home. We want it to be as comfortable as possible. If you are considering mooch docking, buying an RV, upgrading your system, click over to our website. I'll put a link down in the description. We'll go over all the details about the products that we've installed, and some pretty sweet discounts are in there. So yeah, that's it. Turn off the water pump. I'm gonna go turn off that water pump, build a snowman, and we will see you next time. Wherever that is.